Watching Big Monday, presented by LinkedIn on ESPN. Getting you ready for the start of the second half of play. ETSU leads Furman 43-30 here at the halftime break. And welcome back, everyone. Brock Bowling and Paul Biancardi with you. Paul, ETSU shot 59% in the first half, 70% from three. What'd you think of the Bucks in the first half?
Well, first of all, Furman, number one in three-point field goal percentage defense in the Southern Conference. That got erased in the first half by ETSU. They averaged 9 threes per game. They already have made 7. They are dialed in behind the arc. David Sloan started quickly and behind the line, and Charlie Weber got into the act. The big man, pick and pop. ETSU with 5 different players making threes. That's hard to defend. And what they're best at is driving the basketball. These three-point shots now are going to set up the drive game in the second half. And they finished the half with Darius Brewer with the violent dunk at the rim.
As we look at the first half stats, you see the shooting percentages. ETSU dangerous from downtown tonight. Only 1 free throw miss. Only 9 rebounds, Paul, by Furman in the first half. That number needs to go up.
It does. A lot of things need to go up for Furman, and their defensive field goal percentage needs to go down. Desmond Oliver told us, look, defense and finishing games has been our biggest problem this year. They'll be challenged by Furman in the second half. Furman averages 13 threes per game. They've only made 4. You know they're going to get hot in the second half.
But Darius Brewer missing from 3. Rebound Garrison for Furman. Trying to cut into the lead here, down 13. Early moments of the second half of play.
Furman needs to work for good looks.
Conley Garrison hits another 3, his second of the game. He has 8, and Furman is within 10.
Yeah, just a simple drive and kick against the zone. You're going to see more zone by East Tennessee State. They need to save themselves for the end of the game. They don't play a lot of bodies. And Desmond Oliver doesn't want his team to run out of gas, but at the same time, you don't want to take away your aggressiveness.
Reach and foul called on Bothwell of Furman. That's his second of the game. Yeah, Desmond Oliver of ETSU said before the game that his team has lost so many close games, 5 in a row by 4 points or less each time. And he said to win this game, his team needs to be up by more than 1 possession late in the game.
Well, I give him a lot of credit to have his team not only ready to play, but play with confidence in the midst of a 5-game losing streak. And that can play a big toll on your mind at 18, 19, 21 years old. It's easy to lose confidence quickly. That's why you need good coaching.
Bothwell missing the shot. Up the floor goes King. Outside Sloan. Quick release 3. It's good by David Sloan, his second 3 of the game. He has 6, and the lead back up to 13.
Well, that's the one guy percentage-wise. David Sloan, you must find and follow. He's 41% from 3.
Slauson. Nothing but gold shirts underneath the basket. Rebound ETSU.
And Furman's going to get back into this game by utilizing their defense. They're top 10 in the country in steals. When they get 30-plus deflections per game, they usually win. They've got to tighten up their D before they think about trading baskets.
Sloan again, this time a 2 as he fought off the defender, floats in a 2-point shot. He has 8, and the lead is back up to 15.
Well, it's a good start for ETSU, not settling just for threes, but looking to attack the basket and looking to make cuts to the basket.
Slauson goes up strong and banks it in. Jalen Slauson now in double figures. He has 11 points. He had 10 points and 7 boards against the Bucks in the first meeting back in January in Greenville.
Well, that's the soft spot of any zone in the middle. If you can get it there, you can facilitate or score.
Weber banks it in. He's been active here despite being in foul trouble. Had 3 quick fouls in the first half. That's his second basket of the game.
He's got 5 points, and that's huge for Desmond Oliver. Anything he can get from Charlie Weber points-wise makes a big difference. He averages 5 points a game.
Conley inside. Heen for the jam. Garrett Heen Sophomore with his first basket of the night.
You're going to see ETSU just be very deliberate in the half court. They don't want to rush Furman back into this game. They want to look for theirs, create fouls, keep the game nice and slow and steady.
Sloan burst at speed down the lane for 2.
See, the help side wasn't there because they're so worried about the shooters in this game.
Bothwell just muscling his way inside, and he puts it in. Mike Bothwell now with 13 points. And a timeout taken.
David Sloan making threes and crossover dribbles to the rim, untouched.
Back in Johnson City, Tennessee. Here's a look at some of the facts about ETSU Buccaneers basketball. The team has not missed a game in which it made a three-pointer at least one time in the game, and that was 35 years ago, the last time it did not happen. And we talked about the struggles, losing 5 straight games by a combined 15 points, a good offensive rebounding team, and David Sloan leads the SoCon in assists.
Well, he's fabulous off the bounce. We saw him at the half get to the rim, make a three-point shot. He can find guys not only in the open floor, but in a half-court set. Desmond Oliver spoke so highly of David Sloan. Said he's the best offensive player in the Southern Conference.
Yeah, he has 7 of ETSU's 9 points so far in the second half of play.
Ladarius Brewer is playing like the player of the year right now in the Southern Conference.
Rebound Slauson for Furman. Here's Bothwell. He's had the hot hand tonight. 13 points so far for the Paladins, clad in the road purple, down by 13. Foster hits a 3. Marcus Foster, second basket. He had 14 points against the Bucks back in January in Greenville, South Carolina.
Well, Furman beats you with their balanced scoring. Bothwell averages 15 a game, Slauson at 15 a game, and Foster at 8. It's important to get a third guy who can really score the ball if you're going to beat a team, especially on the road, who's playing well at home.
Steal by Furman. Here's Bothwell, stops on a dime, falls down. Looks to be okay into Slauson's hands. Furman down 10. Second time the Paladins have cut the deficit down to 10. They can go inside single digits on this trip. Heen leans in, banks it in. Garrett Heen with 5 points, and the lead is down to 8.
Well, Heen has averaged 8 points a game in his last 3 games. Over 50%, because most of his shots come right inside the paint.
Ladarius Brewer, steal by Furman, turnover on ETSU, number 7 in the game.
And Furman, a great steal team, top 10 in the nation.
Slauson. Bothwell back inside. Slauson makes his move, puts it in. He gets the roll. Slauson now with 13 points, and the lead is down to 6.
Slauson is too good to play one-on-one. Desmond Oliver needs a timeout.
Timeout of the court. Timeout taken by ETSU. It leads by 6 in the second half.
In the last 2 minutes, Furman has put on an 11-2 run. The drive and kick to the open 3. Drive to the baseline with a dump off. Some paint points. They have 20 paint points in this game. They get one-on-one coverage. They take advantage. And then Slauson, one-on-one. He needs a double team to be stopped. Furman right back in the game.
Yeah, an 11-2 run here to start the second half. Cutting the lead down to 6. The lead was 13 at the break for ETSU. It's an ETSU team, again, that has lost 5 straight games, all close losses by 4 points or less. 5 losses by a combined 15 points. It's not a very deep ETSU team, only plays About 8 players a game. It's played 7 so far here tonight. Here's Ladarius Brewer driving inside, and he puts it in.
Such a good isolation player, Ladarius Brewer. As I said before, he has Player of the Year candidate type talent.
Yeah,
he just put him on the right elbow, and they isolated him, and he took advantage.
Here's Hunter. He's been quiet tonight. Into Foster's hands outside. Tyrese Huey missing that 3. Rebound by ETSU.
Yeah, Hunter's been really quiet. One of the best three-point shooters in the conference.
He became Furman's all-time three-point king on Saturday, knocking down 2 threes against UNCG for now 289 career threes in his Furman career. Best all-time in program history. Shot clock at 3. King needs help, has to force one. Rebound on the deck, picked up by Slauson for Furman. And a 2 inside by Marcus Foster. He has 2 baskets in the second half. Give him 7 points for the game, and the lead again down to 6.
You see Furman attacking a little bit more in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Not so much moving the ball around the key, but moving the ball to drive. And they have ended up in the paint or near the paint for layups or drop-offs.
6 to shoot. King going downhill, floats one up, and doesn't get the bounce. Rebound. Recovered by Seymour, and he stepped out of bounds. Turnover on ETSU.
Great effort by Jaden Seymour. And that's his role on the team. Block shots, rebound, try to make hustle plays and get second chance opportunities.
So Hunter inbounds to Garrison. Furman was down 13 at the break. Down 6 right now. Catch and shoot. 3 goes in for Foster again. And the lead is down to 3.
Foster right now in double figures with 10. That's 3 in double figures from Furman.
Sloan in traffic. Missed. Rebound Heen for Furman. And Furman can cut the lead to 1 or tie the game on this trip. Garrison ties the game at 54.
You knew it was a matter of time before Furman came back. They've sprinkled in the 3 ball with the drive. Balanced scoring attack in the second half.
That 13-point halftime lead by the Bucks has vanished. Closest the game has been since the very first minute of the game.
The Furman had 4 threes in the first half. They made 4 threes in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Near steal by Garrison. King gets it back. Shot clock inside of 10 for the Bucks. Shot clock at 6. King hits a 3. Jordan King with his 3rd 3 of the game, and the Bucks are back in the lead.
King just plays with a high level of confidence and aggressiveness.
Foster driving. Outside Heen. His 3 is good. Garrett Heen's first 3 of the game. He has 8, and we're tied again at 57. Approaching the midway point here in the second half of play. Furman was down 13 at the break. Now tied at 57 apiece here in the second half. King. Another 3 goes in for King. It's raining 3s here in Johnson City here tonight. That's his 4th of the game. Now it's Foster. Not this time from 3. Rebound Seymour for ETSU in the hands of Sloan. Sloan down the lane. Shot blocked. Taken by Yasser. Goes up strong. Missed it. Fouled. He will shoot 2 when we come back. 2:30 to go in the game. ETSU by 3.
Furman has got back into this game with the 3-ball. Started with Marcus Foster, the redshirt sophomore. The ball is moving. They're making open shots and contested shots. Garrett Heen getting into the act, wide open in the corner. The best he's played all year.
Here's a look at the game summary. Tale of two halves for sure. Bothwell and Conley Garrison, they've combined for 24 points. Ladarius Brewer, Jordan King, a combination of 31 points in the game. Furman shooting 11 of 15 from the field in the second half, 5 for 8 from 3, shooting 73% so far in half number 2. Here's Yasser at the line. He will shoot 2, nails the first one. 4 points in the game for Yasser. ETSU 11 of 12 at the line tonight. Yasser, a 75% free throw shooter, and he knocks them both down. He has 5, and ETSU's lead is up to 5 here in the second half.
Well, ETSU doing a nice job of just handling the run by Furman, because when they start knocking threes down, you can lose your confidence quickly.
Garrison, another 3 goes in for Furman, and for Garrison, his 4th 3 of the game, give him 14 points on the night.
There's been 20 made threes in this ball game. Each team shooting lights out tonight.
King. Short rebound. Garrison has it for Furman. Into the hands of Bothwell. Garrison outside Hunter. Again, he's been quiet tonight. Just 2 points in the game. A long 2. Got it. A long 2 goes in for Hunter. And it's they say it's a 3.
And the defense for Furman has really picked up to start the second half. More deflections, more steals. They've hedged ball screens well. Look at that hedge. Really hard by the half-court line.
They say it's a 2. Originally, I was right the first time. 2-pointer for Hunter on that last trip. Seymour is fouled. He will head to the line and shoot 2. And Paul, you just see the confidence beaming and growing here for Furman in the second half.
And they've been a low turnover team all season long. They only have 3 turnovers tonight. Their first half defense was not very good, and East Tennessee came out smoking behind the arc. The game has started to settle down for Furman, shooting the ball better from 3, and also their drive game, they've been more aggressive, and it's really helped their defense.
So Seymour at the line. Coach Oliver raved about him before the game, says he has a tremendous upside. He's been thrust into a new role this year on the inside part of the game. Says he's about 25 pounds away from being a highly productive power forward in this league. He goes 1 for 2, his 3rd point of the game.
And Jaden Seymour needs the weight room in the offseason. Then we'll see the type of player he can be for East Tennessee State.
Again, it's an ETSU team that doesn't have a lot of depth inside. Post-play defense, ball screen defense with the bigs has hurt this team so far this year. Heen turning around and a steal by ETSU. And a reach-in foul called on the Bucks.
Seymour, pretty good defense. He did reach for it at the end. Hands are up. Looked like Heen almost went into him.
Garrison finds Foster into the hands of Hunter. Now Slauson. Bothwell, tough shot, and puts it in. Wow, how did you do that?
Well, Bothwell is the one guy for Furman who can really create his own. He can elevate from the 2 or finish at the rack.
Furman's first lead of the night. Down 18 in the first half, down 13 at the break. Five to shoot. Sloan against Hunter. Inside. Seymour with the slam.
East Tennessee State doing a fabulous job of responding to the run by Furman.
Slauson bulldozing his way inside. Tough turnaround. No. Rebound. Ladarius Brewer for ETSU, which is back in the lead by 1 at home at Freedom Hall in Johnson City, Tennessee.
East Tennessee has kept their defense tight, even throughout the run by Furman. You knew it was going to happen. The question is, how would you respond to it psychologically when they started making threes?
Wide open Seymour, shot blocked by Slauson with a call. Either foul on goaltending, we'll figure it out when we come back.
Some big time plays here, first by Mike Bothwell. Look at this finish and step through for Furman. And on the other side, the highlight, Jaden Seymour. Vertical at the rim.
Here's our star-studded NBA Wednesday doubleheader on ESPN and the app. DeMar DeRozan and the Bulls take on LaMelo and the Hornets at 7:30 Eastern. Then it's a great Western Conference matchup. Steph, Clay, and the Warriors are in Utah, squaring off against Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and the Jazz. Our coverage starts with NBA Countdown, 7 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Let's take a look at the updated Southern Conference standings entering tonight. Chattanooga in first place, Furman a half game back, and Paul, ETSU 4-8 as we reach the final 4 weeks of Southern Conference play. We crown a champion in Asheville at the Southern Conference tournament 4 weeks from tonight.
For ETSU, they want to finish in the top 6. That gets a bye in the Southern Conference tournament. You don't have to win 4 games in 4 nights. And for Furman, they want to keep pace at the top. Chattanooga, they've been the iron all season long in the Southern Conference. And VMI, Danny Earle's group, has been playing fantastic this season. Mercer, a very dangerous team on the Greg Gary. The standings will be fluid down the stretch.
Bump foul called on Seymour. He bumped him. That's his second of the game.
Yeah, Seymour, he was moving his feet. That time he stepped right into the offensive player. Did a really good job up to that point. But Brock, as we talked about this time of the year, it's like playing basketball on the playground. In the neighborhood, everybody knows your name, everybody knows your game. So you really have to know your opponent better than they know you.
Foster stopped outside Heen, 5 to shoot. Heen inside, lays it in. Garrett Heen in double figures with 10. It's down to a 1-point game again.
And Heen has stepped up his 3-point shooting. Last season, he was just 0 for 4 from 3. Coming into tonight, 10 for 27. That time, he delivered some paint points. 6'9" sophomore.
Here's King. He's had the hot hand of late, hitting a lot of threes here so far tonight. Ladarius Brewer, 19 in the first half. King short on that 3. Rebound Bothwell. As the Paladins can take the lead on this trip, running the floor and scoring is Slauson, and the Paladins reclaim the lead.
Slauson, such a difference maker for Furman. Scores really well in the post, off the dribble, and he could beat many in transition. One of the few fast break points tonight for Furman. Yeah, one of the few fast break points.
Poked away by Foster, out of bounds. Stays with ETSU. Foster comes out of the game for the Paladins. Each team coming off losses, as ETSU lost a heartbreaker at Wofford on Saturday by 2, and Furman lost at home to UNCG by 2. So both teams looking to get back on track tonight and start new winning streaks. ETSU has lost 5 straight. Fouls on Garrison, his second of the game. And Furman has really stepped it up offensively, not just shooting the basketball, but 5 Paladins now are in double figures here in this game tonight. Here's ETSU trying to respond with Sloan. Backdoor pass, Ty Brewer, fouled by Heen. And Ty Brewer will head to the line and shoot 2.
And that's who East Tennessee State is. The ability to cut behind you, penetrate and find. That's when they're at their best. They had an amazing first half behind the three-point line, but true to their identity is to score in the paint, at the rim, 2-point field goals. Try to beat Furman off the bounce and create a 3 in that fashion. For Des Oliver, he's trying to make sure his defense can finish this off and he can continue to score with pace.
You saw Desmond Oliver, coach of ETSU. He said of Ty Brewer before the game, that's his first point of the second half, 8 for the game. He said he feels like Ty Brewer is one of the best athletes in the SoCon, blue-collar guy who has the heart of a champion. Tie game at 68. Bothwell spinning, and he lost it. Loose ball, tie up. Jump ball, possession arrow stays with Furman.
Great job by East Tennessee State. Just trying to rake it out of the post. Not a hard double, but multiple defenders going in to try to rip it out of the hands of Slauson.
So Furman ball with 9 to shoot. Tie game at 68. Garrison will inbound. He finds Slauson into Heen's hands. Shot clock at 5. Heen. Slauson puts up a 3. Offensive rebound, Foster. Somehow gets it to Bothwell, falling down. Shot clock reset to 20. And now it's ticking down. It's inside of 10. Bothwell, backdoor Slauson. Blocked. Taken by ETSU. Here comes Sloan for the Bucks. Up the 4, Ty Brewer. Shot blocked from behind by Foster and taken by Furman.
Great defense by ETSU and Furman as well. Back-to-back blocks.
Timeout taken. Home stretch coming. Tied at 68. 3:38 to go. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by LinkedIn. Whatever you're in it for, we're in it together. Freedom Hall, Johnson City, Tennessee, home of East Tennessee State. 3:38 to go in the game, and East Tennessee State and Furman tied at 68. Brock Bowling, Paul Biancardi with you. Paul, ETSU desperate for a win. 5 straight defeats, all close losses, all by 4 points or less. Furman trying to extend the losing skid for ETSU. If you're ETSU and you're Coach Oliver, what is your message to the team to try and give us some confidence here down the stretch? Tie game, under 4 minutes to go.
Talk about what you've done so well all game long. Play true to your character. Let's win this game on the defensive end. Let's not fall in love with the 3 in the last 3 minutes plus. Make everything difficult for Furman. And we're going to close this game and win this game with our defense. You're playing for confidence. You're playing for momentum right now down the stretch.
And a forced turnover by ETSU out of bounds. That's only the 4th turnover on Furman in 61 possessions tonight.
ETSU has been very tight with their defense, except for that one lapse in the second half when Furman started to score the ball at a high rate. They've been tough on the ball. They've been scrappy. They've been feisty. Steals and strips. They've been very active defensively in this game, and their offense, Coach Oliver doesn't worry about their offense, but he is concerned about their defense to try to close it.
Sloan out to King. Shot clock inside of 10. King. Ty Brewer. 5 to shoot. Brewer lost it. Got it back. Fouled by Heen. And Ty Brewer will head to the line and shoot 2. Foul on Heen, his 3rd of the game. thought for a moment that there was a technical foul, but there's not. At the line, Ty Brewer. This is the first one. ETSU 14 of 17 at the line of the game. Does that warrant a technical in your mind, Paul?
No, I think the officials have done an outstanding job of letting these guys play without contact. You know, that creates an advantage for either team. You don't even know the officials are at the game, and that's a great sign.
Furman with the ball, down one. Slauson backs in on Ty Brewer, and they call an offensive foul on Slauson. That's only his second of the game, and they go back the other way.
And that's a big part of the scouting report. You know Slauson's going to back his way in. Brewer with legal guarding position. You can move and still take a charge. Outstanding defense by Brewer.
Speaking of defense,
he just put his shoulder in at the last minute, and that's what created the offensive foul.
Yeah, speaking of defense, you and I talked about it. So did Desmond Oliver to us before the game. He says this team during this 5-game losing skid has lost games on the defensive end late. And he said to us before the game, in order to beat Furman tonight, his team has to play well, and it must be up more than one possession late in the game. It's up 1 point right now, 2:35 to go.
Desmond Oliver looking at his play card. Who can he go to and where? I think you got to go with Ty Brewer. Ladarius Brewer, they've had 29 points, 30 points collectively right now.
1 point game, ETSU in the lead. Neither team has led by more than 2 points in the last 7 minutes of this game tonight. King in traffic, lost it. So did Furman. Shot clock did not reset. King, too strong on that three. Rebound, Slauson for Furman. Approaching 2 minutes to go. It's a 1 point gain. Furman with the lead. Furman with the ball, rather, down one.
And remember, Furman has made average of 13 threes per game.
Shot for three missed by Garrison. Rebound by Ladarius Brewer. Inside of 2 minutes to go.
I like Ladarius Brewer, 25 in the gold, at the elbow in an isolation with some false action leading up to it, or in a middle ball screen.
King, Ty Brewer, shot clock at 5. Inside Ladarius Brewer, can't finish. Rebound, saved. Nope, out of bounds off of Furman. Stays with ETSU. And the shot clock reset to 20.
Well, they went inside to Brewer. Good weak side help that time by Slauson. And that ball went off for Furman.
The timeout taken to, I think they're going to review on the monitor to see who touched it last, and they will.
Yeah, in the last 2 minutes of the game, you can review to see who the ball went off of. It looked like with the weak side help of Furman, they were the only players that were near the possession. You see 3 Furman players.
Another look. Looks like the ball hits the inline. And it was touched last by Furman before Hunter is able to jump in the air and save it. So they're staying with the call on the floor. ETSU basketball. Shot clock at 20, game clock 1:24, Bucks by 1. Ladarius Brewer, backdoor, Seymour, lays it in.
Big play for the freshman, Jaden Seymour. He's been cutting behind the defense all game long.
And we get an offensive foul on Furman, and they go back the other way with 1:08 to go. Bob Ritchie wants an explanation. as he does not get the call.
Ladarius Brewer made a beautiful backdoor pass to Jaden Seymour. Let's see Seymour right now. Yo, he took one of the best charges you'll see all year. Waiting for it, took it on the chest. And he beats the offensive player to the spot, and his body squares. Seymour hasn't played a lot this year in terms of minutes played. Important part of the team, but just a freshman.
Yeah, Seymour, just a young guy, freshman, 6'5", as we said earlier. Or 6'8", I should say. As we said earlier, Seymour, his coach, Desmond Oliver, says he needs to put on about 25 more pounds to be a great player in this league. He just took a big-time charge against Jalen Slauson, who's known for getting downhill very easily this year. So a turnover on Furman, ETSU ball, 1:08 to go. Paul, ETSU by 3. What do you look for here on this possession to try and go up by more than one possession in the game?
Well, first of all, Desmond Oliver was very concerned about his defense coming into this game. If he had the lead, could the defense hold on and win the game? Right now, the defense is winning the game for Des Oliver. In the first half, it was the three-point shooting. In the second half, it was their man-to-man defense. Furman with some pressure, trying to speed up ETSU, see if they can play out of control, out of character. Nice job by Jordan King to reset. And I would just go to Brewer as much as possible. Ladarius Brewer, 25.
Shot clock at 10. King finds Sloan. Shot clock at 5. Sloan down the lane to the glass. No. Rebound by Slauson for Furman. At about a 7-second differential between the shot clock and the in clock. Slauson rims out the 3. Rebound. Heen's got it. And he falls down and traveling on Heen.
Heen trying to keep it alive with the back tap, a two-handed rebound. Trying to get the timeout. I don't know if the official could see the signal with all the bodies in front of him. And it looked like the travel was called before the timeout was seen.
So a timeout taken by ETSU, in the lead by 3, 26.5 to go. Again, ETSU on a 5-game losing skid. Coach Desmond Oliver said during this streak, losing so many close games, 5 in a row by a combined 15 points, he says this team is losing confidence. It's fighting for their lives, and he says this team just really needs to get a win tonight. It's up by 1 possession now, 71-68, 26.5 to go.
Well, for ETSU, first of all, you got to get the ball in bounds. And you can't run. It's a dead ball situation, meaning you can't run. It's a spot and throw in. When the ball comes in, you got to know you're going to get trapped. So you got to be strong with the ball and have press release set up. Somebody on the sideline, somebody in the middle, somebody deep opposite. The foul's going to come at some point in time. You got to be prepared to make the free throws. East Tennessee State only shooting 64% in their last 12 games from the free throw line.
Here's a look at the updated Southern Conference standings. Again, Furman entering the night a half a game behind Chattanooga. The Mocs are in first place. Paladins half game back in second. ETSU in 9th. So a lot on the line here in terms of standings as we are 4 weeks away from crowning a Southern Conference champion. March 7th in Asheville, North Carolina.
And if you're Furman, you're looking to steal on the inbounds. Maybe switch a couple of screens, then try to get a trap, maybe 2 traps, and then you have to foul.
Quick foul committed by Furman. And ETSU will head to the line, so Furman trying to extend the game.
And ETSU did a really nice job of getting the ball in the middle of the floor. The ball goes into the corners. Defenders are taught to trap because you have the baseline and the sideline as extra defenders. That time the ball came in the middle of the court. Hard to trap.
One and one for Seymour. First one rolls in. Seymour, 71% free throw shooter. He has 10 points in the game, one away from tying his career high as a Buccaneer for ETSU.
Well, he's been the unsung hero. If ETSU could hold on. Dunks, finishes, took a huge charge a few minutes ago, and now clutch free throws.
He makes both. 5-point lead. Furman ball, 20 seconds to go. Bothwell almost lost it twice. And he's fouled by Sloan. And Bothwell will head to the line. Unless it was on the floor, as ETSU has plenty of fouls to give.
The official, I believe, called that one on the floor. He was still in his dribble mode, was not in a shot attempt mode.
So 16.7 to go. Furman ball down 2 possessions. Timeout taken by Bob Ritchie and Furman. And welcome back, everyone. Brock Bowling and Paul Biancardi with you. Okay, so Paul, Furman down 5, 2 possessions, late in the game, 16 seconds to go. What kind of strategy are you looking for here from Furman down the stretch?
Well, Bob Ritchie's going to design a play that can get a 2, but also get a 3. You want to get the first open look. You're down. You need to score. Then you need to set up your press and foul to extend this game.
So both teams coming off losses. Both teams trying to get back to the winning ways here tonight. Furman losing on Saturday at home against UNCG. And East Tennessee State losing 5 in a row, losing on Saturday at Wofford by 2. And Coach Oliver said his team needs to be up by more than 1 possession late in the game to have a chance to win. Right now it's up 2 possessions, 16.7 seconds to go. Furman with the ball, down 5 in the game.
And you can feel the urgency from ETSU right from the tap. The urgency and aggressiveness on the defensive end. And offensively, they flowed into threes. They made threes. They shoot it at 38%. They make 9 threes per game. And their offense and defense was connected in the first half. Furman made a great run in the second half to actually take the lead. And the resiliency of ETSU to answer those runs has been impressive.
Bothwell inbounds out to Garrison. Quick release 3. No. Rebound Ty Brewer. He's fouled by Slauson with 13.1 to go.
When they went to their best 3-point shooter, Conley Garrison. Well, he just popped behind the defense for a 3-point shot. He's 46% this season. Pretty clean look.
So free throws coming up for ETSU. Ty Brewer at the line, 77% free throw shooter. 9 points in the game. He has a 3 and a chance to make it a 3-possession game. Now a chance to make it a full 2-possession game, short on that free throw. ETSU is 17 of 22 at the line tonight. Furman is 4 of 7.
And if you're ETSU, you do not want to commit a foul. Challenge the shot, switch if you must, but don't foul.
Garrison for 3. Got it back. Hunter, his 3. It's good with 2.9 to go. 1-possession game, 2.9 seconds left. That's the 290th three in the career for Alex Hunter, his first one of the night. All-time three-point king in Furman history. Timeout taken. And Bob Ritchie trying to pull a miracle here. Down 3. ETSU ball, 2.9 to go.
So for ETSU, now you can run the baseline. It's a made field goal. You have to assume they're going to put heavy pressure on the ball. There's going to be a lot of switching. So you're going to have to cut and screen. You may have to cut a second and a third time to get open. Can't afford a 5-second violation because then the ball would go to Furman. So you have to get the ball in bounds somewhere. And for Furman, you're going for a steal and a quick 3 to tie this game up.
ETSU ball up 3, 2.9 to go. Furman trying to extend the game. Here we go. Sloan throws it deep. Caught by Ty Brewer. Fouled immediately by Slauson. 2.3 to go. And Slauson's fouled out of the game. Fouls out with 15 points on the night.
That was so important for ETSU to get the ball in bounds. They sent somebody long to throw it long, and they had to get it in. The ball had to touch the court, touch a player. Clock moved a little bit. Furman right there for the foul.
Makes it a 2-possession game. And Bothwell fouled, but ETSU has fouls to give.
Yeah, they had fouls to give, and Furman was really smart knowing that, trying to pretend they were in the act of shooting to get to the free throw line to shoot 3.
And that does it. The streak is over. ETSU snaps the 5-game losing skid, wins it over Furman 75-71. For broadcast partner Paul Biancardi and the rest of our crew, I'm Brock Bowling. That wraps it up from ETSU. Now let's send it over to Alabama A&M and Grambling. Derek Jones and Lance Blanks standing by.